The lace monitor emerges not as a sudden movement, but as a presence, felt before it is seen. In the Australian bush, where light filters unevenly through eucalyptus canopies and silence carries weight, this reptile exists as both hunter and observer. Its body, long and muscular, moves with deceptive calm, every step calculated, every pause deliberate. The lace monitor is not a creature of chaos. It is a creature of control. Belonging to the monitor lizard lineage, the lace monitor represents millions of years of evolutionary refinement. Its ancestors trace back to a time when reptiles ruled landscapes far more hostile and competitive than those of modern Australia. Survival demanded intelligence, adaptability, and an ability to dominate space both vertically and horizontally. Unlike many predators confined to one dimension, the lace monitor mastered both the ground and the trees, becoming equally lethal in each. Physically, the lace monitor is an exercise in functional design. Its elongated body allows rapid acceleration, while powerful limbs equipped with curved claws enable it to climb sheer tree trunks with alarming ease. These claws are not merely for locomotion, they are tools for tearing into nests, gripping prey, and defending territory. The tail, often underestimated, serves as both counterbalance and weapon, capable of delivering forceful strikes when threatened. The skin of the lace monitor tells a story of camouflage and authority. Dark backgrounds patterned with pale, lace-like markings break up its silhouette, making it nearly invisible among bark, shadows, and stone. This coloration is not decorative, it is strategic. In a land where visibility often determines survival, blending in can be as powerful as brute strength. But perhaps the lace monitor's most formidable weapon is not physical at all. It is cognitive. This species demonstrates a level of environmental awareness rare among reptiles. It memorizes food sources, understands seasonal patterns, and shows problem-solving behavior when accessing difficult prey. Observations have recorded individuals revisiting specific nesting sites year after year, timing their arrival with near-perfect accuracy. Hunting for the lace monitor is not a frantic chase but a calculated process. It relies heavily on its forked tongue, sampling chemical cues in the air, reading invisible trails left behind by potential prey. Once a target is identified, patience takes over. The monitor waits, sometimes for extended periods, conserving energy until the moment is optimal. When it strikes, speed replaces stillness in an instant. Dietary flexibility is another pillar of its dominance. The lace monitor is an opportunistic carnivore, feeding on birds, eggs, small mammals, reptiles, carrion, and even insects when necessary. This adaptability allows it to survive in environments where food availability fluctuates dramatically. Scarcity does not cripple it, it sharpens it. Socially, the lace monitor is largely solitary, but not antisocial. Interactions occur around food sources, basking sites, and during breeding seasons. These encounters are governed by subtle displays of dominance, posture, positioning, and controlled aggression. Full combat is rare, not because the animal lacks ferocity, but because energy is a resource too valuable to waste unnecessarily. As a climber, the lace monitor redefines what is possible for a reptile of its size. High above the ground, it navigates branches with confidence, raiding nests and surveying territory from elevated vantage points. From these heights, it sees not just prey, but patterns, movement corridors, disturbances, opportunities. The forest becomes a map, and the lace monitor reads it fluently. This ability to operate across multiple ecological layers grants the lace monitor a unique role within its ecosystem. It is both predator and regulator, controlling populations that might otherwise destabilize the environment. By preying on weak, sick, or overabundant species, it maintains balance without intention or awareness of its impact. Nature does not require consciousness to enforce order. Yet despite its power, the lace monitor is not invincible. Habitat fragmentation, human expansion, and vehicle collisions pose growing threats. As forests shrink and roads cut through territories, encounters with humans become more frequent and more dangerous. The monitor's intelligence, once its greatest asset, can lead it into conflict with a world it did not evolve to understand. Still, the lace monitor endures. It adapts. It learns. In many regions, individuals have altered activity patterns to avoid humans, demonstrating behavioral flexibility that underscores just how advanced this reptile truly is. To watch a lace monitor in the wild is to witness a living relic, an animal shaped by deep time, refined by necessity, and sustained by intelligence. It does not dominate through noise or spectacle, but through presence. Through patience, through mastery of its environment. And this is only the beginning. The lace monitor does not simply exist within its environment, it interprets it. Every vibration in the soil, every shift in wind direction, every unfamiliar scent is processed through a nervous system tuned for survival. Unlike instinct-driven predators that react impulsively, this species operates with restraint. It observes first. Action comes later. Movement for the lace monitor is never wasted. When it walks, its body remains low, limbs spreading outward to distribute weight evenly, minimizing sound and vibration. This posture is not accidental, it is a refined hunting stance shaped by generations of predators that learned the cost of carelessness. Even when not actively hunting, the monitor behaves as though opportunity could present itself at any second. Feeding behavior reveals the lace monitor's true adaptability. While many predators specialize narrowly, limiting themselves to a specific prey category, this reptile remains open-ended. Birds, mammals, eggs, carrion, reptiles, and even insects all fall within its dietary range. This is not randomness, it is strategy. By refusing to depend on a single food source, the lace monitor insulates itself against ecological instability. Egg predation is one of its most impactful behaviors. With powerful claws and remarkable scent detection, it locates hidden nests that most predators would overlook. Once found, the eggs are consumed efficiently, shells crushed with ease. This behavior plays a crucial regulatory role, preventing overpopulation of certain species and indirectly shaping future generations within the ecosystem. When targeting live prey, patience becomes the lace monitor's defining trait. It does not chase unless success is nearly guaranteed. Instead, it positions itself along movement corridors, paths animals repeatedly use without awareness. Once prey enters this invisible kill zone, the monitor strikes with explosive speed. The attack is brief, decisive, and final. Contrary to common assumptions, the lace monitor is not driven by aggression. Violence is a tool, not a default. When confronted by threats, including other monitors, it often relies on intimidation displays rather than immediate combat. Standing tall, inflating the body, hissing, and tail whipping serve as warnings. These displays are usually enough. Actual fights are costly, and this species understands cost-benefit balance instinctively. Territorial behavior is fluid rather than rigid. A lace monitor does not defend a clearly defined boundary in the way mammals might. Instead, territory is understood as a network of valuable locations, food-rich areas, basking spots, nesting trees. Control over these nodes determines dominance. When resources shift, territory shifts with them. Climbing ability deserves special attention, as it elevates the lace monitor into a rare category among large reptiles. Trees are not merely shelters, they are hunting platforms, escape routes, and surveillance towers. Ascending vertical trunks with minimal effort, the monitor accesses prey unavailable to ground-bound predators. In doing so, it exploits a three-dimensional landscape that few competitors can fully utilize. Thermoregulation governs much of the lace monitor's daily rhythm. As a cold-blooded reptile, it relies on external heat sources to regulate body temperature. Morning basking sessions are not leisure, they are preparation. Muscles must reach optimal temperature to deliver peak performance. Only then does active hunting begin. As heat intensifies, activity shifts towards shade and elevated positions where air circulation cools the body without sacrificing awareness. Social encounters, though infrequent, are layered with complexity. During breeding seasons, males engage in ritualized combat, upright grappling matches where strength and balance determine dominance. These contests look violent, but they are controlled, governed by unspoken rules. Injury is avoided when possible. The winner gains access to mating opportunities, the loser withdraws without prolonged conflict. Reproduction itself is a high-risk investment. Females select nesting sites with extreme care, often returning to the same locations year after year. Eggs are buried or hidden in decaying wood, protected by both camouflage and location. Once laid, parental involvement ends. Survival depends entirely on environmental conditions and chance. This may seem indifferent, but it reflects an evolutionary calculation. Energy is better spent on survival than prolonged care in a dangerous world. Young lace monitors enter life already equipped with instinctual knowledge. From the moment they hatch, they are independent, agile, and alert. Mortality rates are high, but those that survive early stages quickly adapt, learning through observation and trial. Intelligence is not taught, it is tested. The lace monitor's relationship with other predators is complex. It competes with birds of prey, snakes, and mammals, yet direct conflict is rare. Instead, temporal and spatial separation minimizes overlap. Where others hunt at night, the monitor hunts by day. Where mammals dominate ground-level pursuits, the monitor shifts upward into trees. This quiet partitioning allows multiple apex predators to coexist without constant warfare. Scavenging behavior further reinforces its ecological importance. By consuming carrion, the lace monitor reduces disease spread and recycles nutrients back into the ecosystem. It performs sanitation duties without intention, its appetite serving a broader environmental function. Human presence introduces variables the lace monitor did not evolve with, yet it adapts with unsettling speed. In regions with regular human activity, individuals have been observed adjusting movement patterns, avoiding peak hours, and exploiting new food sources. This behavioral plasticity places the lace monitor among the most cognitively flexible reptiles known. Despite this adaptability, danger remains constant. Roads, deforestation, and misinformation fuel unnecessary killings. Fear often replaces understanding, yet the lace monitor is not a threat to humans by nature. It avoids confrontation unless cornered, preferring distance over dominance. What defines the lace monitor is not size alone, nor strength, nor even intelligence, but restraint. It is a predator that survives not by excess, but by efficiency. Every movement serves purpose. Every decision weighs risk against reward. In a landscape shaped by unpredictability, this reptile endures by mastering patience. And still, there is more beneath the surface. Within the Australian ecosystem, the lace monitor occupies a position that is neither loud nor ceremonial, yet absolutely critical. It is a regulator, a filter, a silent enforcer of balance. Where it disappears, imbalance follows, not immediately, not dramatically, but inevitably. Nature rarely collapses with noise. It erodes quietly. The lace monitor's role in population control extends far beyond simple predation. By selectively targeting eggs, juveniles, weakened individuals, and carrion, it influences which genes pass forward and which do not. This is not mercy or cruelty, it is pressure. Evolution responds to pressure, and the lace monitor applies it with consistency. Species that coexist with it adapt over generations, nesting higher, hiding better, reproducing smarter. In this way, the monitor shapes not just numbers, but behaviors across entire communities. Scavenging, often misunderstood as opportunism, is one of its most ecologically valuable traits. By consuming carcasses before decay progresses too far, the lace monitor interrupts disease cycles. Bacteria, parasites, and insects that rely on rotting flesh lose their foothold. Nutrients are recycled quickly, efficiently, and cleanly back into the environment. Few animals perform this service with the same reach across terrain. Psychologically, the lace monitor operates on a model of calculated awareness. It does not panic. It does not rush. Threat assessment is constant and layered. When danger appears, it does not flee blindly. It chooses direction, speed, and cover. This mental discipline separates it from more reactive species. Observations show individuals recognizing specific threats, vehicles, humans, dogs, and responding differently to each. This is not instinct alone. It is learning. Human expansion has rewritten the landscape faster than evolution can follow. Forests fragment into patches. Corridors vanish. Roads slice through territories that once flowed uninterrupted. For the lace monitor, this means increased exposure to fatal risks it cannot biologically anticipate. Vehicles, in particular, present a lethal paradox, fast-moving objects that do not behave like predators, yet kill with certainty. Despite this, some lace monitors adapt with unsettling effectiveness. They shift activity windows, becoming less visible during peak human hours. They learn the boundaries of roads, the rhythms of traffic, the locations of refuse. This adaptability, while impressive, comes at a cost. Reliance on human-altered resources introduces new dangers, poisoning, conflict, dependency. Fear remains the lace monitor's greatest enemy. Misunderstood as aggressive or dangerous, it is often killed on sight despite posing minimal threat when left undisturbed. Defensive behavior, hissing, tail whipping, standing tall, is interpreted as attack rather than warning. In reality, these displays are requests for space. When space is denied, escalation becomes unavoidable. Climate change adds another invisible pressure. Rising temperatures alter basking patterns, prey availability, and breeding cycles. While the lace monitor is resilient, resilience has limits. Extreme heat reduces activity windows. Altered rainfall affects nesting success. Subtle changes compound over time, testing even the most adaptable species. Yet survival psychology defines this animal. The lace monitor does not rely on abundance. It expects scarcity. Its body is built to endure fasting, its metabolism flexible, its behavior opportunistic without becoming reckless. Where others collapse under pressure, it compresses, becoming more efficient, more cautious, more selective. There is no dominance display for the future. No dramatic confrontation. Survival unfolds quietly, decision by decision, moment by moment. The lace monitor does not fight the world. It reads it, adjusts, and moves through it with deliberate intent. In this way, it represents an ancient blueprint for endurance, one increasingly rare in a world obsessed with speed and excess. And still, its story is unfinished. The lace monitor carries within its form a memory older than forests as we know them. Its lineage reaches back into epochs where survival was not a concept but a constant condition. Every scale, every muscle fiber, every behavioral choice is a response to pressures that unfolded over deep time. This animal is not modern in spirit. It is ancient in function. Evolution did not sculpt the lace monitor for comfort. It sculpted it for persistence. While countless species specialized themselves into fragility, this reptile chose breadth over excess, intelligence over speed, patience over aggression. That choice allowed it to persist through climatic shifts, prey collapses, and environmental instability long before humans entered the equation. The lace monitor does not dominate through numbers. It dominates through presence. Its mere existence reshapes the behavior of other species. Birds alter nesting strategies. Small mammals adjust movement patterns. Competing predators partition space and time more carefully. This invisible influence radiates outward, stabilizing ecosystems without spectacle or ceremony. In a world increasingly shaped by human design, the lace monitor stands as a reminder that nature does not require control, it requires continuity. Conservation efforts often focus on charismatic megafauna, overlooking creatures that operate quietly in the background. Yet the loss of such regulators triggers cascading effects far more destructive than the disappearance of a single visible icon. Protecting the lace monitor is not about preserving a reptile. It is about preserving a function. Remove it, and scavenging efficiency drops. Egg predation imbalance rises. Disease vectors expand. Ecological feedback loops destabilize. These changes do not announce themselves. They accumulate, silently, until correction becomes impossible. Education remains the most powerful conservation tool. When fear is replaced by understanding, conflict decreases. The lace monitor does not seek confrontation. It seeks space, heat, food, and continuity. Given distance, it retreats. Given respect, it endures. What makes the lace monitor extraordinary is not that it survives, it is how it survives. It does not adapt explosively. It adapts incrementally. It observes, learns, and adjusts behavior without abandoning its core design. This slow intelligence mirrors the processes that built life itself. In the presence of the lace monitor, time feels laid. The modern world hums loudly around it, yet the animal moves as though the clock runs differently. Every pause stretches. Every decision carries weight. It reminds us that speed is not synonymous with success, and noise is not evidence of power. As forests thin and landscapes fracture, the lace monitor continues forward, not blindly, but deliberately. It does not resist change with force. It navigates it with awareness. This may be its greatest lesson to a species that struggles with restraint. The lace monitor is not a relic waiting to disappear. It is a system still in motion. As long as trees stand, prey moves, and sunlight warms bark and stone, this predator will climb, observe, and regulate the world around it. Quietly, efficiently, endlessly.